You really can be attracted to a man who's not your husband. No one talks about this, but it happened to me when I had 4 children under the age of 5, and I went to a new pediatrician's office. I'd never met him, and I'm waiting for him to come into the room, and the door opens, and this attractive man walks in, and I was stunned. I thought, this is our pediatrician? And he was so kind. He looked at me and smiled, and he said, "A large family. I love large families. And you must stay home with them," he said with a smile. I'd never had a reaction like that living in Los Angeles. Everyone gave me grief for having more than 2 children. And then he looked at me, caught my eye, and he said, "You know, I wish my wife wanted more than 2 children." He seemed sad. He connected in that moment, and I thought, oh my gosh. It just took me by surprise to have such a vulnerable moment with a man I just met. And then he turned and looked at my son and started doing the checkup, and I thought to myself, well, I can pursue this conversation, or I can let it go and we can focus on my son, which is what I did. But when I left on the way home, I thought, why was I drawn to this man? What was that reaction about? A week later, I realized that I was thinking about the doctor. And I thought, oh my gosh, no. Is this how affairs start? I don't know. I'd never talked to anyone who had an affair, but it made sense to me that it would start off as a friendship, someone you have a shared interest with. And because of the fact that I had thought of it several times, I thought, I can't go back there. I don't know what this could lead to, and I'm not willing to risk it. I know it sounds like a radical move, but I felt I had to make that decision because I was invested in my marriage. Even though my husband and I were so busy, so busy. We were like 2 ships passing in the night trying to keep our family afloat with all we had to do. But I thought, I have a man I'm committed to. I love him. He loves me. We have children together. I am not going to play with fire. So I made a decision to cut it off, and I never told my husband. Why did I need to tell him? There was nothing to tell him. I took care of it. And I made a decision that even today, I'm really proud of myself for making that decision. So I want to encourage you that there will be times when you have to make a tough decision to protect your marriage. And you can do it, and it's worth it.
Prevention is better than cure. It is better you avoid the whole situation than for you to go and say, oh, I'm going to fight it. I'm James Bond. Nothing can happen to me, and then something actually happens, because something will always happen to you. So it's better to just avoid. When you see wahala, just avoid it. If you know that you love your spouse or you love your girlfriend, there are some things that you should not just engage in. The conversation is not worth it. The attention is not worth it. I know some of us want to bring up scenarios in our head that, oh, what if this person can help me in future? It's okay, but I'm telling you that is a rabbit hole that is not too okay. And you need to start making tough decisions for the people that you love, even without them being in the room. This is the Billionaire Preacher, and I'll see you in the next video.